This podcast is brought to you by Power Retail and was recorded at the Retail Global Gold Coast Conference 2019.
I'm Ali at Power Retail and I'm here with Rowan Alcott from Total Tools. How are you?
Good, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm having a great time. Are you enjoying the last day of Retail Global?
Yeah, it's been good, yeah.
Did you have the full 3 days or have you just come in today?
Just came up yesterday.
Yep.
I actually don't work Wednesdays, look after my son, so just do the Thursday, Friday.
Yeah, well, it's been so many amazing people to talk to and you were one of them, so I'm very excited to have you here. So I just wanted to know a little bit about Total Tools. I know that you've been around for 30 years, but just wanted to get some insight in the actual background of the history.
Yeah, so it's a primarily power tool retailer or specialist tool retailer, so mostly selling to trades. We have a really high product count, 80, 90,000 SKUs, specialty, mostly, specialty stuff, so there's all sorts of things anyone need, either serious DIY or trades. Franchise business, so started out as a franchise in Victoria and it's grown out to be a national brand.
Wow.
Rapidly growing brand, opening, a lot of stores every year, it's still expanding. It's been that way for quite a while.
So it was obviously brick and mortar for a while, but you've come in with your role as well. So what's your role?
My role is digital marketing manager.
Yep, so you've got some pretty big influence in terms of digital marketing.
Yeah, and that's where the business has been, I guess, pretty traditional. So I got into proper e-commerce about 2 years ago.
Yep.
And now is realising the importance of digital marketing and starting to invest in that and pursue that.
Yeah, so what's going on? Have you created an e-commerce platform? Are you working with marketplaces? Do you want to elaborate?
So we have e-commerce platform with sort of 17 or 18,000 SKUs online. And that goes quite well. It's still a primarily offline business, so we get a lot of browsing behaviour, like really high user counts, like 500,000 users.
Wow.
But most of our purchases still go offline, so people come and browse, but then they're on the road anyway, they're going to go into a store.
Absolutely.
So we've got that huge sort of audience, and just really found social has been great the last few years as well.
Yep.
Organic social mostly as well, not that much paid, really investing in that. And we just found those channels are the ones growing and traditional ones are the ones that are declining.
Yeah. So do you offer, I know that a lot of companies offer like a click and collect sort of option.
Yeah.
Do you have just delivery or do you actually have a click and collect or ship to store sort of option?
Yeah, we're all store fulfillment, so we offer click and collect and delivery as well.
So delivery must be pretty expensive considering some power tools can be quite heavy.
Yeah, and what we find is people don't tend to buy the heavy things online. I guess they know the freight's going to be bad.
Yeah.
And the price point as well. A lot of those tools might be $500 to $2,000.
Yeah.
So it's in that price point where it's a little bit harder to convert anyway. They're going to want to see it in physically.
Of course.
Those levels. So we get really heavy browsing on, say, those expensive kits that might weigh 20 kilos, might have 4 or 5 tools in it. Yeah. But conversion's most likely still offline for that.
So are you just in Australia as well?
Yeah, just Australia.
Yeah. Have you seen any differences between states? Like, would Victoria stick to one certain type of tool, or is it pretty much spread out across the country?
No, it's pretty even,
Yeah?
Pretty generic across the states. So,
Cool. Because I was just thinking, are there any different marketing strategies for different states? Like, do some prefer social over some go to the website more?
No, I think it's fairly even. Like, we do a lot of regional and local area stuff, different promotions, but the sort of channel mix tends to be the same.
Okay, cool. And I know that a lot of competition like Bunnings and I'm trying to think of, I'm not very much of a tool person, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah,
but I do know that Bunnings is a massive competitor. How do you actually stay, ahead of the game or like up to par with everyone else? Because they're very price based. Yeah,
Bunnings, we price match, so that's one thing, we'll always price match everyone, so you kind of have to do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everyone's price sensitive. And a lot of it's about in-store experience.
Yeah.
Even though for all the sort of marketing tech and all those other things people talk about, we have basically staff in store who will know their customers.
Yeah.
A lot of them are from trades, so they actually really know what they're talking about with tools.
Yep.
And that's something, Bunnings can't offer that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then it's just depth of range, things like that. We have, you go to Bunnings, it's a small tool shop. Our stores are a big format store, and it's just all tools. So we have a lot more depth of range, a lot more options.
Incredible.
Expertise, so...
Yeah. Well, thinking about customer experience, how important do you think it is in terms of customer loyalty and sales? Do you reckon it's a pretty substantial part of the company in itself?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah?
In-store experience. If someone's in a trade, like they're in it for 10 years or more, right? So if they like you as a brand and they like coming in and they get to know local staff, that's what it's all about still.
Absolutely. So in terms of e-com, would you have any sort of tips and tricks from your past experience that you've brought into the company?
I think one of the main things is you've got to think like the customers, and they're not loyal, they might not know everything about you.
Yeah.
So I think there's going to be assumptions that people on your website understand things like your delivery or how your promotions work.
Yeah.
You really just got to go back to basics, that they don't get that. You've got to really spell it out clearly, easily. Because a lot of the people say if you're driving through search, they might be new to your brand. They don't know anything about you. So you've really just got to go simple things. As simple as like we're a national chain with stores.
Yeah.
Or spelling out that you've got a store near them. Like just really simple stuff.
Yeah, of course. You've got to make sure that every basis is covered.
And just don't make it too complicated, because they're only there for a couple of minutes and you're going to lose them.
True,
So.
Absolutely. I think especially with online, bounce rates are really important to keep down.
Yeah.
So, but when it comes to traditional companies like Total Tools, so it's a very like a legacy company, how important is it to start branching out into e-commerce?
I think it's hugely important. Purely for the fact that, a lot of product research happens online now, even if it's not about sales for you. I've worked in other industries like auto, where you buy a car, you do all your research online, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I've worked in other industries where that's changed that way. And you just need to be there, otherwise they're doing research on your competitors, and then who's front of mind when they're ready to go visit a store?
Absolutely.
It's not going to be you. So
you
just need the presence, you need content, you need good imagery, all that stuff.
Yeah, so do you also have like a blog or any sort of content in there that will help people learn about the tools, or?
I'm pretty lazy with a blog at the moment, just because of product content's the main focus.
Of course, yeah.
And just it's a challenge for us with such a high SKU count. Just actually getting through all the products.
Well, sometimes you don't even need it. You're clearly doing very well without it, or at least not having to update it all the time. So, well, thank you for coming. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Yeah.
So, there we go. Rowan Elkin, Total Tools.
Lovely
Thank
to chat
you.
to you. All right. Cheers.